Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. In today's video I'm going to be talking about my IUD journey, basically my family planning journey, trying different forms of family planning and my IUD removal and the reasons why I removed my IUD. On this episode, on the journey of experiencing things so you guys don't get to experience it, let's get right into the video. Hello beautiful people, welcome to the channel, welcome to today's video. I am about stepping out. I just want to make this video real quick. Main reason being that I got a comment from one of the subscribers reminding me about talking about why I was removing my IUD in one of my vlogs, and that got me so happy. Really, somebody actually watched the video and was attentive and got the in-betweens and all of that. Anyway, how was Eid Mubarak once again. So a little backstory before I get to the IUD story. After my first pregnancy in 2021, if you guys have watched my pregnancy stories here and there, you would know that my first pregnancy was really a terrible experience. So therefore, as soon as I had the baby, when we clocked 6 weeks, I immediately ran to the primary healthcare close to me to get contraceptives or a form of family planning. Because of how traumatic the pregnancy was, I wasn't interested in having another pregnancy anytime soon. In my head, I was calculating about 5 years or thereabout. As at that time, I was working in a primary health care as a microbiologist in their lab. So I just went to the family planning section to get the family planning info and all of that. Start with the matron. We talked about a lot of options that I had, which was the 3-month injection, there's another one for 2 years, and then there's the implant for the hand, there's the IUD, you insert in your womb, and then there's the cup, used to cover up your cervix and all of that sort. And I just didn't feel like I wanted anything to invade me, go into me, especially now that the baby is out of me and all of that. So I opted for the 3-month injections to be renewed after every 3 months. So I kept on with the appointments, here and there. My baby clocked 1. My last appointment was in January of 2023, and the next appointment was supposed to be for the first week of April 2024. Normally when you go for the renewal of the injection, they carry out the pregnancy test just to rule out the fact that you're pregnant, and then they give you the injection again. So after taking the pregnancy test, it was a urine pregnancy test, and mine came back positive, and I was like, no. I think maybe it's a false positive result. So as a microbiologist, I demanded that we should use blood, and we carried out the PT test again with a blood sample, and it came back positive, and I was still in denial. I was just telling her, no, I don't think so. So she said, okay, I should go do a scan and then come back just to confirm further. I didn't go for the scan. I just came back home. I called my husband. I can remember my husband was on night duty at work, so he wasn't home. I called him. I couldn't sleep around 3 a.m. and I just called him. I didn't call him. What I did was I sent him a text, because in my head I just felt like maybe he was either sleeping or busy, so I didn't want to interrupt what he was doing. So I sent him a message, and I was like, bros, I'm very sure the message, I don't know, I still have the message on my phone. Maybe I'll put it somewhere, or maybe not, but I just said, bros, I think I'm pregnant. And he was like, pregnant? What? He called me. We started talking, and the first thing I told him about it, the first thing I said was, I don't want it. I don't want to keep it. I don't want to go through all of that. I just got myself back. I'm just trying to regain my sanity. I cannot go through pregnancy again. And I'm digressing. So after my second pregnancy, I'm going to make a video about my prenatal and postnatal depression process and my healing process. I am still healing. I'm going to talk about that, inshallah. I just feel like I'm not ready. And you guys know, when I want to tell you guys a story, I go into deep details, but I don't want to have to go through deep details and get emotional. I really want to tell you guys a story when telling you the story is fun and we can just laugh and like move on, you get. So after the second pregnancy, I equally did not want a baby anytime soon. I'm still calculating 5 to 10 years. See, sometimes I tell myself these two are even enough with the economy and with the stress of like, taking care of kids and all of that sort. So I spoke to my husband about getting an IUD since I have tried the injection and it didn't work for me. Normally, I research a whole lot about the whole family planning process, but there's no one size. It's not a one size fits all kind of situation. Like, we are different. Our body system is different, even though like we go through a lot of things the same way as women, but our systems are the same. The way we react to things are different and all of that sort. So I resorted to putting on an IUD because I after reading and researching, it was basically the like 99.9% accurate like way of family planning, like aside abstinence and all of that. Plus, I'm married. Abstinence is not even an option. So we agreed upon using the IUD, and I think when we clocked 6 weeks again, no, it wasn't. Yeah. It was around 8 weeks or 10 weeks. I can remember I went for immunization. I went for Hamad's immunization. I think it was his 2 months immunization or thereabout. I decided to go. Yeah, it was his 2 months immunization. I decided to go to the family planning section of the primary health care that I took Hamad to for immunization, and I spoke to the lady there about wanting IUD, and she said yes, they insert IUD, and I asked her if we can do it now, and she said yes, we can do it. And it didn't really cost much, and I don't know, I had already concluded in my head that I really wanted that, so I went through the process. Guys, the process of inserting the IUD was the most traumatic process of my life. It felt like I was trying to give birth again. Like, the inserted is I don't know, is it a spatula or to open up your cervix and then insert the IUD. And I don't know if the lady did not know what she was doing, but there was a lot of things going on down there, and it took her about close to about 20 to 30 minutes. She was very busy basically down there, and I felt invaded. Like, I really felt invaded. It felt like when you're in labor and the nurses are coming around to like check your cervix for how many cm you're dilated and all of that. It just reminded me of that. And when she was done, she said, sorry, you're going to bleed for a bit, just take paracetamol and you'll be good to go. After all of that, she said I was going to bleed for like a day or two, but if it was more than a week, I should let her know. We actually exchanged numbers, and she said if the bleeding is heavy, I should still let her know and all of that. I bled for 8 days straight, and I went back to the primary health care to like tell her, okay, this is it. I bled heavily for I think 5 days, and then the remaining days were just like light flows till like on the 8th day it disappeared, and she said it was normal. Apparently it's normal because I kind of browsed it and it was normal. After that was around November 20 something. November 20 something. Around December, I think around December 14th or thereabout, I fell sick. I couldn't stand upright. Like, I had constant headache. My rib cage was in shambles. Like, I was in pain. The sides of my stomach were in pain. I had this abdominal cramp for forever. The whole of the remaining of December, like from the mid of December to like the end of December, I was almost inactive, even though you guys, I was posting vlogs and all of that, and you didn't even know I was going through all of that. So it was this night that I was even telling my husband that I think I'm going to die, because I didn't even know what was going on. I didn't know where I was just feeling, some type of way. Around January, I felt better. There was this transition between when I was all bubbly and puffy and like transitioned to, I don't know if you guys noticed. Anyway, someone noticed because she spoke to me about it. And then I think someone noticed recently that I am getting puffier, like I am getting fatter, So from January, we noticed that I started, losing weight and looking sick and all of that. So I and my husband agreed to go to the hospital to get the IUD removed. I didn't say this, but in between November to like that February, before I removed the IUD, I was battling with infection. Apparently, my sister, the same hospital I had the IUD inserted, my sister undergoing her IT hospital IT there. She's a public health practitioner, and she had her IT there, and she told me that they had zero or almost no hygiene because they do not wash their equipment well. There was a time that they were supposed to use the equipment they used for the IUD insertion for another lady, and she noticed there was dry blood on it. So we decided to go remove the IUD, and we went to my regular doctor to do that. And he was kind of angry with the fact that I went somewhere else to do it. So he explained that the implant you insert in the hand and that of the 3 month injection are the same thing. So since I have done the injection before, it's better we try the hand implant again. But the only thing is, it's going to give me irregular periods, and I was kind of okay with that, since like it doesn't involve having infections and stuff like that. Because guys, I am so scared of pregnancy right now. I see people pregnant and I just go like, oh Allah Sarki. Like, I genuinely pity people pregnant women. I don't know, maybe because I've experienced it in different ways, but I genuinely pity pregnant women when I see them now. My husband's twin brother's wife is pregnant, and each time I see her, I just be like, oh Allah Sarki. So we went in, I got my IUD removed within like seconds. Like, see, the guy just did and everything was out. But the other woman, guy, it was just traumatic. Like, she did a lot of things down there, and I actually thought I was going to bleed after the removal, but nothing happened. See, my doctor is like the best. I keep praying to God that he keeps him alive for when next I get pregnant, because he made my hospital runs like really easy, and he's just amazing. After removal, I placed the implant in my hand, and that's what I have right now. And guys, within the space of I think about 2-3 weeks right now, I am glowing, and the rashes that I had a few weeks ago have really almost gone away. I feel better. I don't have any cramps. I don't have any pain. Like, I could barely remember I have the implant in my hand. And as you guys can tell, like, my face is fuller, and, my body is getting fuller. I am a big fan of getting fatter. Not the uncontrollable, fat, but like, I want to be chubby. I want to, wear my clothes and people will be like, oh wow. I had that after having my baby, and then everything just drained within the space of 2-3 months. So basically, that's the reason why I removed my IUD. But let me break it down for you guys. I removed my IUD because it gave me infection. I don't think the IUD was the reason why I had infection. I feel like it's the appliance I think it's the apparatus used in inserting the IUD, or the process of inserting the IUD, that caused the infection. But the fact that infection refused to heal was traumatic. I did not have any mood swing or any hormonal stuff. Like, I was really okay. The only problem I had was this nagging cramps, constant headache, and like this pain around my abdomen, my rib cage, and my back, that to the extent that I couldn't stand up straight. I couldn't stand upright. Like, I can't stand straight. I have to bend while walking. And I get, sick randomly at night, just shivering and stuff like that. And I'm the type that really doesn't really, I don't really get sick that often. So it was really scary, yes. I then started having skin irritations on my face. I don't know if it was because of the IUD or whatnot, but then I experienced that too. But now that the IUD is out and I have the implant in, probably I'm going to be giving you guys an update on my family planning in the nearest future, maybe in the next 6 months or thereabout. But for now, we have the implant in, and so far so good. I feel good. The only thing I have experienced is like irregular periods. I had my period on the second 10 days of Ramadan, and then right now it is back again. It was second 10 days of Ramadan was around the 20th of last month, and then it's not 20th yet, and my period is back. So probably that irregular period, but aside that, I feel good. I feel okay. I think I feel more confident. I have treated the infection, and like I can walk into any space, sit anywhere without feeling uncomfortable or thinking that somebody is going to perceive an order from me and all of that sort. So that is the little story about why I removed my IUD, or how I got to insert my IUD and removed my IUD. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my video. If you have experienced this before, or you're planning on doing any form of family planning, you can drop down your questions and I would answer them in one of my videos. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in my next video.